Hello, everyone, and good afternoon, and welcome to another broadcast we have here at Sioux Falls in town this afternoon against Sioux City. So glad you could be here with us. Ronnie Vinian up here in the broadcast booth. Well, Musketeers have been on an absolute crush in their last 15 games. 13-1-1. Absolutely incredible. Now they're 35-14-4-1. That is, let me do my math, 75 points. They're playing the last place team at 16-32-3-3. Basically, they're already out of the playoffs, them and Des Moines. So we pretty much know the 6 teams in the West who will be in the playoffs. It's just determining the order. I think Tri-City's going to lock up first. We're going to lock up second. Lincoln could potentially lock up third. Omaha, I think, is going to lock up fourth. It's just Fargo and Waterloo. They're going to trade back and forth for the 5th and 6th spot because the standings in terms of point total is so far apart that, it's crazy. Well, yeah, in Sioux Falls, they have 4 straight losses. They completed a weekend series in Tri-City this weekend. Friday, they lost 4-0, and then Saturday, they almost had it, but 5-4 was the final score there. And then Sioux City, they just completed a weekend series. 1 game here in Sioux City Friday night, and then the other game Saturday night, last night in Lincoln. Friday, Muskies won 7-4. I don't need to say much about it. Go back and watch it. You'll see what I mean. Then last night, 5-1, Muskies won. In fact, 2 players are suspended now officially. Griffin Ludke for Sioux City, and then from Lincoln, Noah Laba. They both got 2-game suspensions for pretty much similar things. Let's see, cross-checking was for Ludke, and then it was like roughing or whatever for Laba, but whatever. They each got 2-game suspensions, but Griffin, he won't be playing in this game, and he won't be playing Friday night in Tri-City. In fact, they're going to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Tri-City. I know it's weird, but... And Owen Fowler will also be back that Saturday night, too, as well. So let's take a look at the lineup. So our starting lineup for Sioux Falls. It's their first line this afternoon with Michael Lastarza, Carson Doward, and Daniel Russell. For their D, it's Michael Quinn and Austin May. And their starting goaltender today is Isaac Posh. Their other lines consist of Jackson Panzer, Maddox Fleming, and Clint Levens. Sam Harris, Jack Ryman, and Will McDonough. And then we also have... There's no way my notes are right there. Hold on, I gotta look here at my... Oh, okay, sorry, I got confused. I had 29 written down, but it was supposed to be 23. Luke Cron, Blake Humphrey, and Miro Stanieri. Plus, we also have their last line all by his own, Jack Silich. Played his 100th game last night in Tri-City. Then our starting line, the defensemen consists of Valtteri Pironen and Ryan Healy. We also have Max Rudd and Easton Zuger. And then on his own line, Seth Bernard Docker. Then the backup goaltender, of course, is Noah Grant. In Sioux City, they're not changing anything up from last night because of Owen Fowler's suspension. Per Malice, instead of moving from his own line, moved into Owen's spot on the second line, and Dylan Godbout has been entered into this game as well for Sioux City as that extra forward. And then defense pretty much stays the same. They did make a couple of switches. Dylan Gratton is with Damian Carfagna on the first line. Then Ralph Bergmanis and Luke Antonacci are together on the second line. Besides that, nothing changed. Griffin Ludke, though, isn't in the game, so that's why Dylan Gratton was moved up to that first position spot. We're assuming Tracy. Yep, Tracy is going to get to the start. Eberly will be his backup. I'm a bit surprised by that, actually, not going to lie. But whatever. We'll also get the rest of our starting lineups here in just a few moments. We're going to send it right now to public address announcer Eric Bishop. Okay, I think we are ready to go here. We'll take a look at our starting goaltenders here. Isaac Posh, he's starting for Sioux Falls. As we know, he has 29 games played, a 6-19 2-1 record. Oh boy, not that great, obviously. 3.55 goals against average and a point. 8.28 save percentage, or 8.78 save percentage, but he does have 2 shutouts though, so. And then Alex Tracy, 38 games played, 22-9-3, a 2.62 goals against average and a .892 save percentage with 2 shutouts. So I think that we are getting ready to go here. Yes, we are. Let's see, we'll have Sam Deckett and Carson Dorward at the face-off. Thought they might have gone with the Stars there, but all right, here we are, Deckett and Dorward at the face-off. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I am, but all right, here we go, Deckett and Dorward. We're off and underway. Dorward has won the draw. Here's Duran for Dorward, fires a shot wide. Early shot there by Sioux Falls, 10 seconds in. Here's Duran now with it. May gets it up to center ice. Picked up by Michael Quinn. Like I said, Dylan Godbout is in this game today. So, something to keep in mind there. Austin May on over. Michael Quinn has it. Quinn right straight up the left wing. But Carfagna picks one up and gets it on over to Duran. Duran tipped him back in. Meets him halfway at the boards. Lastarza gets one. Dorward, but oh boy, they almost didn't keep it in the zone there. Dorward for Russell. Shot stopped by Tracy. Bergmanis now. Up.
Ask Don if he heard him playing it on the organ. Huh? Ask Don if he heard it on the music overhead. Ask what? Ask Don if he heard it on the overhead music, the 3 blind mice.
Here's the Ryman now with it. Here's Brown with it on now for Bergmanis. Bergmanis on now with it. 18:40 to play here in the first. Here's now Heaslip with it. First Slukidski. Slukidski now with it. Yeah, they played 3 blind mice Friday night because that was the case. So, yep. Now here's Ryman now with it. Ryman now with it. On back for Rudd. Here's Rudd. On out. Ryan Healy, and now take it back. Here's Heaslip up the right wing side, goes toward center. Picked up by Shane. Here's Shane. Shot scores! Shane! Ruskies up 1-0. Just like that, all it took, 1 minute and 51 seconds. That's all it took. Shane beat him 5-hole. And we got a 1-0 game here, folks. Well, for Shane, that's his 25th goal on the year. From Tabor Heaslip. It was 1. Oh, yeah, it was 1. Wait, no. 1809. 1809. That was one. It was 151, not 141. Now here's Carfagna with it. On now for William Smith. Smith now for Slukinski with it. Now, Rudd back with it behind the net. Rudd. And now here's Panzer with it, and he plays it offsides. Oh my God, Musketeers, they got 8 guys on the ice. What in the world is going on? Oh boy, they messed up their lines, I guess. Now, Godbout, he is in the game. This is his first time on the ice for the Musketeers this season. Here's Deckett now with a... And now, here's now Healy with it down ice. Healy. Now Tracy dragging it into the corner. Picking one up is Humphrey. Humphrey back behind the net. Picking one up. Ooh, Bernard Docker after a pass from Luke Crone just lets it roll down ice. Posh getting hit by Godbout there, but Posh didn't. Oh, whatever. Antonacci with it on now Nick Pierre. Here's Pierre with it up the right wing side. Remember, he had 2 goals the other night, and it's played offsides. Because you know, that happened the other night, too. It happened Friday night, as a matter of fact. I don't know. Apparently, Pierre was going too fast or something like that. I don't know what, but... Here's Dorwart with it. Dorwart on over. Ryan Healy has it. Healy off the boards now for Pironen. On off the boards, Daniel Russell. Picked up by Antonacci. Antonacci back behind the net. Antonacci now for Bergmanis. Bergmanis now for Permalis. Permalis now with it. Picked up by Dorwart. Dorwart now. Here's Bergmanis and a scramble in front of the bench. No one knows where the puck was at. Now finally it did squirt loose there, but Max Rudd picks one up. Rudd tipped Lastarza up. Now Antonacci picked up by McLaughlin. McLaughlin has it up center ice. McLaughlin on over to Shimmick. Here's Shimmick back in behind to McLaughlin. McLaughlin missed by Dylan James. James has one on out. William Smith wide open. Shot way up high. Almost had his first USHL goal right there. Now Lepinen. Oh, he almost had the puck. Here's James now with it. On out from McLaughlin. McLaughlin for William Smith. Smith, oh, Shimmick, he had him on the setup too. Here's James with it. James off for Lepinen. Fires a shot wide. Puck squirts out fast though. Here's Ryman now with it. Ryman now, William Smith trying to keep it in the zone. Cannot. Ryman giving him a little trouble there. And he picks it up. Ryman on over to Sam Harris. Puck will roll back behind there. Lepinen for Shane. Shane on over to Dylan James rather, excuse me. Back it off the corner. It's in front. They score! Just like that, Charlie Shane! Within the first 5 minutes and 12 seconds, he's already got 2 goals. There you go. Man, Shane just went right in there on Posh. And the Musketeers now up 2-0. And within the first 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Can't script it any better than that. I mean, yeah, Dylan James with the assists. I mean, Dylan, what a weekend he's had. He's had 7 goals in his last 4. In fact, no, make that 8 goals in his last 5. I forgot to update my notes from last night. But he got one in Lincoln last night, so that's 8 goals. Hold on, I might as well update it now. 8 goals in his last 5. Make that 8 goals, 1 assist in his last 6. Boy. By the way, that's Shane's 26th on the year total. Here's Grattan with it now. Could he score 4 goals maybe? I mean, we're now 6 minutes into this game, so, you know, it could happen. Levens to Pieronen. Shot stopped by Tracy. Here's Heaslip now with it in the corner. In fact, 2 goals and 3 shots now for Sioux City. Shane gets one for Carfagna. Carfagna out. Dylan Grattan. Now you know why. They've won 13 of their last 15. Now Carfagna. Carfagna on over to Irie. Irie, and he plays it offsides. And we'll take a break. Be back. Then just 30 seconds, I guess. We'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. 13:38 left to play here in this first. Muskies up by a score of 2-0. Irie now at the faceoff with Blake Humphrey. Faceoff's won. Here's Healy with it on now for Max Rudd. Rudd on over. Here's Antonacci with it now. Antonacci missed by Crone. Now Nick Pierre gets a few hacks at it. Now picking one up is Permalis. Permalis takes it into the zone. Here's Healy with it. Permalis picks one. Nope. Now here's Healy with it. On now for Miro Stanieri. Rudd gets one on over to Healy. Healy for Rudd. Rudd. Yeah. Crone with it back in. Picking one up is Bergmanis. Bergmanis on out for Irie. Irie now Nick Pierre has it. Here's Pierre. A shot stop by Isaac Posh. All right, face-off comes to the left of Posh. Face-off's won. Here's Russell with it. On now, Listarza. Puck taken to center. Listarza will shoot one in off the boards. Here's Russell. A shot stopped by Tracy. Face-off will come to the right of Alex Tracy. Dorwart taking the draw with Deckett. Deckett wins the draw. Here's Garrett Brown with it. Brown on over for Lepinen. Here's Lepinen. Tosses one on over to Steves. Steves flips one in. Picking one up behind the net was Austin May. Now for Dorwart. On over Daniel Russell. Russell now with it. On picked up for Garrett Brown. Brown on now. Steve's right on front. Russell a shot wide. Oh boy. Here's Brown now with it on for Deckett. Deckett trying to get it to Duran. Instead gets it in a scramble. Now getting it was Brown. Here's Brown. Knocked into the boards by Russell. Picked up Listarza right out in front. Dorwart couldn't take a shot. Now Deckett has it. Gives one on over to Brown. Brown on over to Deckett again. Now for Brown. Brown up the right wing side. Brown flips one in around the boards. Now here's Posh with it. Posh. Now for Ryman. Ryman on over to Michael Quinn. Now Owen McLaughlin picks one up at center ice. McLaughlin on over William Smith. Smith on now for Shimmick. Back in. Here's Godbout now with it back behind the net. Picking one up is Austin May. On now for Jack Ryman. Ryman and now Michael Quinn has it. Quinn, a shot stop. Tracy rebound. Oh, he nearly got it covered up. Now here's Carfagna with it. Carfagna on over for Shimmick. Here's Shimmick now. He'll flip it around the boards. Picking one up is Michael Quinn. Here's Quinn with it on over to Jack Ryman. Ryman off the boards all the way down ice. Bergmanis picks one up. Bergmanis gives it to Shane. Man, could he get a hat trick in the first period? Wouldn't that just be crazy if he did that? Be a repeat night of Dylan James Friday night, huh? I'd like to see it. Here's Slukinski with it now for Shane. Oh, here he is. Well, at least he almost got an assist out of that. Here's Levens now for Heaslip. On for Slukinski. On back for Grattan. Fires a shot wide. And now here's Grattan with it. Grattan, a shot. Scores! Do it, Grattan! His first Musketeer goal! Oh, boy. In fact, he has not scored a goal since the 2019-2020 season when he was in Muskegon. He finally got his first Musketeer goal. Boy, oh boy, they better be celebrating that on the bench. 3-0 within the first 10 minutes of this game. Three-point afternoon so far. Irie taking the draw with Humphrey. Here's Humphrey winning the draw. Silic now will have it. As I mentioned earlier in the pregame, Silic played his 100th game last night in Tri-City. Silic, it's his third season in the USHL, played the last 2 seasons in Youngstown before coming on over to Sioux Falls this season. Here's Pierre with it. Missed by Permalis. Picked up Antonacci. Antonacci now. He'll flip it in around the boards. Here's Pierre now with it. On for Permalis. On for Muriel Staneri. On now, Smith has it. Smith off the board. Staneri taken right back though. Here's Pierre, Shot stop by Posh. They're on the same line. Give me a break. Picking one up with Silic, and him and Smith go down. Here's now a firing shot by May, and now it's taken back the other way. Nick Pierre, he's in. Stop, and a penalty is coming up. And a penalty shot. A penalty shot is coming up on Nick Pierre. He pointed towards center ice. So Pierre is going to have a penalty shot. Been quite a long time since the Muskies have had a penalty shot. Well, here we go. Pierre with the penalty shot. Let's see. Everyone on their feet. Lincoln Friday night, they scored their first 4 goals within the first 12 minutes. They could do it here. Oh, for God's sake. Now what? Now they're discussing. I don't... Oh, I don't think they have the guy in the box. That's why. Oh! Looks like Michael Quinn is getting the boot from this game. See ya later, alligator. Oh, yeah, here's Pierre with it. Pierre, he went all the way to his right. Shot stopped by Posh. He went all the way to his right. Fooled everybody there. That's okay. They're already up 3 right now, so I don't think Muskies need to worry too much. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. 8:54 left to play here in this first. Muskies already got 3 goals up on the board. I I mean, if that's not great, then what is it? I mean, we just saw Michael Quinn get knocked out of this game. Nick Pierre had a penalty shot. Oh, we're about to hear about that. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Oh, okay. That's new. It's really new. Here's Grattan with it. On now for McLaughlin. On now for Dylan Grattan. For Bennett Shimmick. Ooh, just took Lastarza to the boards, huh? Here's Rudd now with it. Rudd on over to Daniel Russell now for Michael Lastarza. Lastarza shoots one in the Musketeer bench and out of play. I just want to touch up on something that I said in the pregame show. Well, yeah, we're just gonna like abbreviate on that or whatever. I don't know. I can't find a word. But yeah, right now, Sioux City, they are in second place. It looks like they're going to take the second place spot. They're going to lock that in. If they get the first or the second seed, then they get the bye from the first round. So I think Tri-City, they're in first. I think they're already going to lock that up. Sioux City, they're probably going to lock up that second place spot. Lincoln and Omaha, they're going to lock up their third and fourth place spots. It's really who's going to be in fifth and who's going to be sixth. Because Omaha and Fargo, they're fighting over, Fargo and Waterloo, they're fighting over that spot right now. Face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. Face-off's what? Here's Ryman now with it. Ryman on now for Easton Zuger. First time we're seeing him on there. Local hometown boy. In fact, only the second player from Sioux Falls to play on this team. Ryman now with it. On for Will McDonough. Picking one up is Bergmanis. First time we've seen that line. McDonough, Zuger out there on the ice. Here's Godbout now with it. Well, I guess I shouldn't really say line. It's just the first time they've been out there on the ice. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, God, people. Here's Bergmanis with it. On now for Permalis. Permalis taking him, taking Clint Levens down. I mean, can't script it any better than that, can you? Here's Posh. On now for Austin May. May now picking one up is Healy. Healy going into the linesman there. He wouldn't move out of the way. That's abusive official right there, but, you know, the way things are in this game. Here's now Ryman on for Levens. Levens and almost taken down by Lepinen. In fact, it kind of went in sideways there into the boards, and they're calling a penalty or what happened? I don't know. I guess they called a delayed offsides. I don't know. That was weird. The puck was all the way back behind the net, and they just blew the whistle. Like, face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. Slukinski and Fleming out the draw. 17 and 17 at the face-off. Here's now Jackson Panzer with it. Panzer back and behind. Tracy with it. Tracy tried to get it on to Lepinen. That didn't work. Here's Austin May. A shot tipped by Antonacci into the corner. Here's Antonacci on over for Slukinski. Slukinski now with it. On now for Austin May. Here's May on back and behind to Maddox Fleming. Fleming on now for Clint Levens. Levens picking one up as Carfagna for Maddox Fleming. Seth Bernard Docker with it. Bernard Docker on over to Austin May. Here's May with it. Picked up Shane. Shane keeping it out of the zone, man. Just got his little stick on it. Here's now Humphrey with it. Humphrey now for Panzer. Panzer with it. Puck will round the board, so Carfagna will meet him halfway. Here's Heaslip with it. On over to Shimmick. Shimmick now for Max Rudd. Now for Shimmick with it. Shimmick now for May. Max Rudd with it. There's Rudd now with it. On over to Luke Crone. Picking one up is William Smith. Smith and now Shimmick at center ice. Gets it back to Dylan James. Could he have another 4-goal afternoon? Well, I mean, it would be evening because, you know, it was Friday night when he got it. So here's Shimmick on over. Ooh, James. Long toss too, but got blocked by a couple of Stampede people. Here's now Healy back behind the net. On out for Daniel Russell. Russell now for McLaughlin. On for Grattan. Missed by James. Picking one up is Max Rudd. Rudd on over to Luke Crone. Luke Crone will flip one in. Grattan tipped. Russell has it. Russell now picking one up is Bergmanis. Bergmanis off the boards for Ben Duran. Duran now with it. On for Ben Steves, and a hit by Pironin. On in Steves. Picking one up is Zuger. Zuger on over to Lestarza. Here's Lestarza with it. On for Pironin. Duran now with it. Duran, and a big hit there, and a penalty is coming up against the Stampede. And boy, do the Muskies want to rip Lestarza a new one. And Lestarza just took down Duckett like I couldn't even tell you the words that I want to use. No, that was Steve's, not Duckett. I do apologize for that. I mean, Lestarza has just been causing trouble all game long. Yeah, come on, Michael. Oh, I'm gonna maybe. Okay, they only put him down for 2. I mean, if there was blood, then it would be for 5 minutes. That blood, or you know, if he was on the ice for a long time. In that case, it would probably be a game misconduct. Now they've taken the penalty off the board, and now they put it back up. So what? No, we're just kidding. We'll just leave it at that. Faceoff will come to the right of Isaac Posh. Taking the draw, Jack Ryman and Owen McLaughlin. Ryman wins the draw. Back behind the net, Pironin will clear it all the way down ice. Boy, oh boy, Carfagna now with it. Long toss off the boards to Dylan James, but it will tip back in. And now Posh on back for Steves. Shimmick keeping it in. James is just lucky that, James is taken down by Ryman. That should have been at least probably a slash. Now here's McLaughlin now with it. On for Carfagna. Carfagna will take it, he'll have to take it all the way back behind the net because Ryman can't stay out of his way. Carfagna on for McLaughlin and into the corner. McLaughlin didn't get it. That's okay. Here's Steves now with it. Steves on for McLaughlin. McLaughlin now for Carfagna. Here's McLaughlin for Steve. Shot stopped by Posh. Rebound. They score! Dylan James continues his goal streak. It's 4-0. Man, Dylan James, that's 9 goals in his last 6. This goal streak continues now. It's 4-0. Let's see, they're not pulling out Posh yet, but I could be foreshadowing a change. Maybe beginning of the second, maybe after the 5th goal. We'll have to see what comes first. If it's after the 5th goal and it happens this period, he's got to get pulled. Because now he's giving up 4 goals on 8 shots. So, I mean, he's got to... So, if the Musketeers don't score, he'll be pulled. He'll be pulled at when the period's over and at the beginning of the second. So, I know. It sounds a bit confusing, but I'm sure you'll understand. Here's Healy now for Healy. On for Hesup. On out to Antonacci. Antonacci now for Slukitsky. Here's now Antonacci with it. 44, or sorry, 11. No, 44 is his jersey number. I don't know why I just called him 40. I do apologize for that. Here's Humphrey with it. Humphrey, and he is taken down. Permalis even cross-checks Humphrey a little bit, but, you know, we'll get away with anything, pretty much. Here's Cron now with it. On for Humphrey. Here's Stanieri now with it. All the way down ice for Nick Pierre. Oh, Nick Pierre, can he get number 5 in this first? Permalis, a shot stop by Posh. Here's Permalis with it again. Permalis on back, tipped off the skate. Up hot. Wow, that was just a nasty collision there. Here's Pierre now with it. Pierre now will have it on for Dylan Godbout. Smith goes to the bench. Grattan comes out and replaces him. Here's Stanieri with it. You know, I just thought I'd say that, you know, just because there was a scramble and I had nothing else to say, and I didn't want to keep on repeating myself every single scramble. So here's Grattan with it on over for Carfagna. Carfagna flipping one in to the bench and out of play. All right, face-off will come right in front of the Musketeers bench. We have Pironin on over to Zuger. Zuger now for Lestarza. Lestarza for Carfagna. Lestarza takes him down. A minute to go. Here's Grattan with it. On out for Zuger. Fires a shot. Tipped in over the net. Oh, boy. That almost was 4-1 right there. That had 4-1 written all over it. Now here's Duckett with it. On over to Ben Duran. Here's Duran on for 38 seconds left. Here's Duran. Duran shot wide. Now down to half a minute. So, yeah, I think Isaac Posh, he's got to be let out at some point. I mean, 4 goals on 9 shots. Here's Lepinin now with it. On over Garrett Brown. Just about having, what? No, he's having a better start than Alex Tracy did Friday night. As you know, we pulled him Friday night after giving up 4 goals on 6 shots in the first 12 minutes. So, but here's here. So, I mean, he's faring up a little better, but not much. And that's the end of the first period. And a late hit, he slipped on Healy, but nothing really comes out from that. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the second period of play. So join us for that here in just a few moments.